I'm sitting here. This is Super Indie Podcast. It's your boy DJ Kemo, and I'm rocking out sitting here with your boy G-Red, the nephew, man.
Kemo, what it is, baby? What's happening?
Hey, man, I can't call it, man. Just here, man. I'm glad to be amongst greatness, man. I see you doing big things for ATL, man. That's what's up, man.
Yo, man, the pleasure's all mine, man. It's good to be recognized, you know what I'm saying, for the hard work, because it takes a lot of time and dedication and determination. You know what I mean? So you got to be with it for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for sure, man. That's for sure, man. So, like, I see you ATL, man. You gotta let the people know, man. You from Atlanta? You real Atlanta?
Well, no, I'm actually from North Carolina.
Okay, let them know.
I'm originally from North Carolina. I've been living here in the Atlanta metro for 10 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I always wanted to live here. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I come and visit, I just have the time of my life, and I meet very important people.
Hey, man.
So, you know, I knew that I had to get here in order for my career to elevate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, yeah, of course. So, North Carolina bred, ATL fan, right? Yeah.
All day.
Hey, man, that's like me, man. I'm from New York, but they show me so much love, man. It's, you know, hey, they adopting a lot of us, man.
Absolutely. ATL, what's up, baby? I'm here. I'm one of y'all, baby. Hear me?
And they love you here, man. I see the movements, I see the traction, man. So tell me, how'd you get into the soul music and all that, man?
Well, actually, I started out in R&B.
Okay.
I did work with Missy Elliott, Chad Hugo from the Neptunes, my man Big Bub from Today, the group Today, Teddy Riley over at Teddy Riley Studios, Future Studio, you know what I'm saying?
Guy, man.
Yeah, man. So I worked with a lot of well-known artists in the game, and I learned a lot of things about the business of music. I learned a lot of things about production and recording and songwriting, what moves to make, when to make those moves, and how to make those moves. Man, it's a lot of politics that's involved in entertainment that the outside world has no idea exists. And it's a lot of politics, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm sure, man. So what are some of the challenges that you had to come across, man? Like, what's probably one of the biggest challenges you had to come and see something about politics?
Well, some of the biggest challenges always are you have PDs, which are program directors, MDs, music directors, but they also have a corporate office when you're dealing with major radio. So that corporate office really determines what the program director ultimately can tell the music director to play. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of times we think it's just the program director hating on what we doing. No, they have guidelines that they have to abide by from that corporate office. So once I really found that out, I started dealing more with the P2 radio stations. Now, I know they don't call it P2 radio stations now, but I started dealing with those stations. And what I really love about Southern Soul is a lot of the Southern Soul stations, they are privately owned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they have way more leeway to do whatever they want to do, however they want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and of course, you know, the biggest thing with an entertainer, period, is that money flow.
Absolutely.
Man, promotion is not free.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for, you know, programs and platforms like this, Kemo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, man, it means a lot for us.
Yeah, and that's what we do, man. See, the whole object, man, the Super Indie Podcast is just that, man. Like, we, you know, it's not just independent with music, even though that's a core point for us. It's independent creators, man, because all around, like, it's always hard to get promotions, hard to find your way. So this is what we do. We give tips on how to be independent and how to stay true to you, stand on business, still be, because there's a lot of independent creators. So. And we do it at a cost-effective way, and if we're able to do it and just say, hey, you know what, you're talented, we like you, come rock with us, man. This is what we do, man, because it's not all about the money. I mean, yes, we all got to eat, but at the same time, you know, work recognizes work, man. You're gonna see the people that's really grinding, and you're gonna make it. It's gonna bounce back, man. So you know, you gotta just have that discernment to know where you're gonna waste your time or not, man. So. You know, you're gonna spend time or money. So
absolutely,
you know, absolutely, man. So all right. So I mean, you got the line dance. You know that's popping right now, man. Big stepper, right? So, but that ain't where you the lane you wanted to go. But and they said you said that's a man. That's been around for a minute. Man, people don't know.
Step Out been around 11 years. Let me tell y'all something. So that was the last song on my very first Southern Soul album that I put together. And it wasn't even going to be called Step Out. It was going to be called Swing Out because, you know, down in that Mobile, Alabama area down there on the Gulf Coast, they like to swing out a lot. And they and they digging on me. They digging on my music. So I was making a joint called Swing Out, but it was the last song on the album. So Sham Redmond, my wife, she walks in and say, well, I wanted it to be a line dance. So I just said, well, okay, whatever. So it's supposed to say, everybody dancing and drinking, DJ got you swaying and swinging out. So I already had it laid down. So I had to change it to Step Out. And she came up with the first 2 bars of the line dance. I came up with the second 2 bars of the line dance.
Nice. That support is real, man.
And the song just took off. A lot of times when you thinking that this is gonna be just like a filler song or whatever, or you thinking this is gonna be the hit song, it wind up not being that.
Man, let me tell you, I know, man. I had stepped in the New Jack on the well, man. So I didn't. New Jack was not my lane, man. But rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop, man.
Man, rest in peace.
He heard the song and was like, this one, and we going everywhere, and we, you know, that took us on tour. That took us.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So you know, rest in peace, man. Shout out to the family. You know, sad, you know, y'all, much love. But yeah,
absolutely.
Man. Yeah, like, but so you just never know. You had that hit, man, and it be sitting there. So, like. As an artist, how did it feel like everybody taking you this way? Were you like, man, I got this song over here? Or did you just be like, hey, let's go?
I mean, you know, I take it for what it's worth, you know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, your fans are the ones that fuel your career. Mm-hmm. So if that's what they like from me, then that's what I need to give them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I still, because I'm a balladeer. A lot of people don't even really know that until they start listening to my ballads. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I make a lot of party music because I knew Southern Soul is about the party. You know what I'm saying? It's really about the party. But now I'm starting to let more and more of my ballads come through. And as a matter of fact, I have an EP I'm working on now that's gonna drop in November. Oh man, I don't even know what the title of it is, but it's gonna be all ballads.
But see, that's smooth, man. That's smart, you know, because hey, like if the record is gone, let it go, man. And then when it gets you to a point where you like, yeah, you know, you got everybody's attention, now you can really drop what you want to drop. So it's a win-win either way you go.
Absolutely.
So like, I know as artists watching, like, what would you get them? I mean, you said this song was done 11 years ago.
11
years
ago, man. And I want to thank all my fans, everybody that's been supporting me over the years, man. Step Out is 11 years old, and I'm gonna be remixing the Step Out in May. I'm gonna do a remix on the Step Out. We're gonna redo the line dance itself. It's still probably gonna have the same hook, but it's gonna be Step Out 2025.
Oh man, so damn, so with that, what advice could you give the artist that's sitting on the record right now that's probably like, I mean, it's like 10 years old. I'm not about to like.
No, Let me tell you something. To us as artists, a song gets old quick.
Boy.
But to that fan base and the audience, and even the people that never heard the song, if they didn't hear the song until 10 years later and digging on it, you just picked up another fan. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
You know, so never ever give up on great material. Never give up on that, ever.
Yeah, I mean, proof is right there, man. So, I mean, you dropped some names, man, that you work with that's heavy hitters in the game. You know, Missy, Teddy Riley, man. Like, so, like, did any of them, like, you know, kind of influence, and, you know, or you had, you know, any chance to work with them to a point where you like, all right, we get to work on this song, or, you know?
Let me tell you, man. So before I left North Carolina to go to Virginia Beach and live, everybody was saying I sounded like Big Bub. You remind me of Big Bub. You sound like Big Bub telling me stories. Is that you singing that song? No, that's Big Bub. So when we get to Virginia Beach, my manager Freeze is hanging out with Big Bub.
Oh man!
And so Big Bub, my manager Freeze lets Bub hear our album, which was called Average Guys. We was in the process of recording it at that time.
Okay.
And Bub was like, "Yo, man, I gotta get on a record with these guys." And I was producing the whole project. You understand what I'm saying?
Nice.
So he came through, jumped on the track. We became friends just like that, man. I learned so much from Bub, man. Just a simple thing as taking one headphone off of your ear while you're recording and turn the volume down so you can actually hear yourself to keep your vocals on key.
Okay.
First thing we would do is grab the biggest headphones we can find, turn it up loud, and next thing you know, you're yelling in the microphone. You're losing your voice. You can't even hear yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you're not getting that true recording.
Right.
I learned. And you got the other thing is you got to be willing to listen.
Yes. I hear that. Listen, man. You got to be willing to listen, man. You know, a lot of artists, especially new artists, they think they know everything. They come in and they think they know, and you know, it's not really much you could tell them. They're not big on advice, but you know, the smartest ones, the wise one is gonna listen. Not all you listen, but that don't mean you have to retain everything. You know, you gotta have that discernment, but you still listen because even listening to the wrong thing and you know it's wrong can help you make a better decision because you're like, that ain't right. I know that ain't right, but now I know who you are and I see. So it's just like it's important to listen. You gotta listen, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's dope advice, man. So. What's next, man? Like what's coming up? You know, what you got going on? I mean, I know you said you got the album, but
oh yeah. Well, I just dropped the EP Good Friday, Easter Friday. I just dropped the EP called Redemption.
Okay.
And that features a song I have with Jeffrey Charles called Like a Bass Drum. That's picking up radio. And then another one called Good Old Party. That's really big. Oh man.
That sounds like okay.
Yeah, I got a joint called Slow Motion with Sham Redmond. You know what I'm saying? It's that, and it's just a 7-song EP. I mean, I just wanted to put something out before the summertime hits and let that marinate and grab your ear because I'm not doing the exact same thing that everybody else is doing.
Right.
You know, because monotony gets old kind of quick. You know what I'm saying? So some of the best advice I could give any artist is be yourself. Be true to yourself because right now the fad is line dancing. That's the fad right now. But if every song you got is a line dance song, guess what? When the line dance fad fades away, you're gonna fade away with it.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you can listen to it to me talk or not, but I'm telling you, that's
a gem. That's a gem. Seriously, man, you gotta stay true because a lot of artists just want to do what's trendy, and that, you know, I mean, again, it may get you past now, but you gotta think future. You know, if you really truly are an artist, yes, definitely stay true to yourself. All right. So if you could name anybody in the industry that you work with, alive or dead, who would it be?
Okay. You know that's not a fair question because alive or dead is so many greats that's in the grave right now. You know what I'm saying? So can we just say male or female alive and male or female dead?
Yep, let's do that.
Okay, so male that's living would be Johnny Gill. That guy, his voice is phenomenal. He can do so many things with his vocals, man, and he never really got the credit I feel like he truly deserved. You know what I mean? As a true, real, bona fide soul R&B singer. You understand what I'm saying? Because he got soul too. He ain't just an R&B singer. That joker got soul.
So much soul, man. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
You know, and now female wise, I'm gonna say Tamia. Man, Tamia is so underrated. This woman.
Hey, you listening?
when I'm gonna tell you, when I don't know if you remember, Quincy Jones had a project called Q's Jukebox.
Yep.
And he had Tamia. And back in the day when BET had, what was it? They had some type of show. I forgot the name of it. But Tamia came out there. She had on a sky blue cat suit. And she stood on them three little, and she sang that song, You Put a Move on Me.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there waiting for her to hit these high notes. bro, with just the greatest of ease.
Like no stress.
I was like blown away. Do you hear me, man? Real talk.
Yeah.
You know. So I would say Johnny Gillen to be a living, as far as R&B is concerned, living. Those that have passed on, man. Angie Stone. I really wanted to work with Angie Stone before she passed, man.
Rest in peace, man.
I mean, when you listen to the texture in her voice, it has so much conviction, even when she's not trying to have conviction. I mean, even when she's just singing soft and subtle, you still have to listen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say her. I got to say Luther Vandross, man.
Oh man, you got some good ones, man. Hey, man.
Yo, Luther Vandross had a lot. He had a lot of influence on me as a singer, man, and learning how to riff and go into the strong notes and then go soft and just voice control. And you don't hear a whole lot of that in Southern Soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another reason, one reason because of that is because at a lot of the shows, the sound system be garbage.
Boy. But trust me, I know as a DJ, I'll be like, bro, please.
So, I mean, in order to do all those type of things, you got to really be able to hear yourself really good on that microphone.
Yeah.
The music can be at a moderate level, but that microphone, your voice has to be well above that music. You know what I'm saying? Where you can really, really hear yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And even when you come in with your ear monitors, your inner ear monitors, they don't know what to do. I'm like, you know what, man? Let me just sing on this microphone, man, and do the best that I can. You know what I mean?
Right.
But a lot of times you find yourself yelling in the microphone again, and you're losing your voice, so you don't do certain things with your voice because you don't feel confident enough because strain your voice so much. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep. Man. Hey, listen, man. You listen, sitting here, man. I've learned a lot, man, just about your experiences, the things you've done in the industry, people you work with, man. You got a great taste for music.
Thank you.
All the things that you're talented in doing, man. From production to R&B to soul to line dancing. Like, what's your favorite part of it all?
Composing it. Because that's like therapy for me. When I'm in the studio putting it together, and it all starts off normally with a voice memo on your phone. An idea came to you, you were nowhere near a studio, lay your voice memo down. It could be and when you come back to that and play it, you hear everything that you heard when that melody hit your brain. It's crazy.
Right. It's a trigger.
Yeah.
That muscle memory, man.
Yeah, and then so now you got to go to work. You got to piece it all together. You got to put it all together, and then record, because I record myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I put it on auto record and run back and forth from the booth to the, how,
I know.
But yeah, man. But it's therapeutic. It's really therapeutic, and that's I like doing that more so. I'm gonna say I like doing that more so than performing live. I really do like performing live though, but the only fallback from performing live is those terrible sound systems.
They gotta do better, man. These venues, man, do better with these sound systems, especially when you got someone a stature coming through to your establishment, man. Y'all gotta do better, man.
Yeah, because you have a lot of singers that are very sensitive, man. It's not that they're trying to be your butthole. It's like, man, can you turn these monitors up? Why do you only have 2 monitors on this big, huge stage?
Man, there was a venue, I won't say the name, but there was Cheryl Pepsi Riley, she was performing.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's an amazing singer, but she was at this spot, and I mean, it just sounds so bad, like this system. And they had a live band. The stage was like as big as this space. And they had I wish I was, man. And I'm like, she's up there like this.
That's crazy.
And the band just behind her, and she trying to, and then I'm like,
yeah.
Bless your heart. Because,
because
you know what I mean? And she trying, and it's just like, man, it got to a point where she kind of was fading back from the mic and just like projected more,
right?
And it was sounded, the closer you were, it just sounded much better.
Oh my
you
God!
know, and I was like, man,
yeah, that's not a good look, man. that's really not a good look, man.
But then there's also other venues I've been to where they have they have an actual engineer there,
yeah,
and he's working, he has the board and he's working it, and I'm like, okay, other venues they just have you come perform,
right?
And there's just deal with the system at whatever settings that it is, and or they have a DJ, they don't know nothing about engineering.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so,
and the worst thing is when you go do a show and they want you to sing through the DJ mixer. Got the microphone plugged up to a DJ mixer, no EQ, no nothing, no compression, none of that.
Nope.
And it's like, bruh.
Yeah.
But it makes you appreciate it way more when you get to a system that's, you have an engineer, like you said, a nice engineer. They know what they're doing. They can give you what you're asking. It makes you appreciate that so much more.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely, man. So, closing out, man, what would you tell any of these artists that's coming up, anyone that's trying to get into, you know, the music industry or the R&B, like, and they might be having some doubts, but they feel like they got talent? What advice would you give them?
Well, first of all, I mean, with all this technology out here, there should be nothing to stop you. I mean, you can literally record yourself at your house, you know, but if you know what gotta know what you're doing though, you can literally record yourself at your house, send your song off to be mastered from your house, receive your song back being mastered, take your photos, do your own graphics, load your song up on all these multiple digital distributors. Join BMI or ASCAP or whoever you want to join. You can do all of this from your house. Have your money going to your PayPal account or to your bank account, and you don't even have to leave your house, and you can start generating money and generating a fan base.
That's it. Yeah, this is all true. So, and if you don't know, YouTube, man. YouTube.
Absolutely. So the best advice that I have for any artist, get to work.
That's it. Hey, man, I couldn't say it better myself, man.